power is the key and we wish to avoid petrol. So in that series, hydrogen is the future. So for that we have a next discussion, a presentation on composites in hydrogen economy by Mr. Muthu Ramalingam Krishnan, and he is representing Gruntech Polymer Consultants from Chennai. So welcome, Mr. Krishnan.
Morning, everyone. So automotive sectors is booming up again in India, and electric vehicles everywhere you can see in China is for completely dominating. So hydrogen sector, when 20 years back, I was in Italy, that time when we talk about 1 kg of hydrogen, that time it's more than $80 or $100 that range. Now I've reduced sizably. Now I saw Europe $8, 8 euros or 10 euros, and the production cost of green hydrogen comes closer to $5 to $6 per kg. So in coming years, we can expect a lot of changes in the pricing. So today, these are the slides I would like to just brief about. So what are we today now? So these kind of invention, those kind of in the past centuries. So a lot of innovative ideas. So it became products, and then they used. So we have a long history in using metals and composites cylinders. So these are metals. So you can see how we at the moment, at present, and when we compare those days, so we are in much better day. So these are there are 5 types of hydrogen storage, like LPG, you can say, or even for CNG and hydrogen. So type 1, type 2, you all aware of it. Type 1 and type 2 is a metal liner. Type 1 is completely a metal liner, metal body. Cylinders type 2 is metal. And helical, circumferential line. So the middle parts of the carbon, with the glass fiber. Type 3, so is aluminum or steel based on your design requirements. Fully carbon fiber, or you can use top of it glass fiber. Type 4 is a plastic liner. So can be high density polyethylene. At the moment, everybody is using it. Nylon for hydrogen applications. There are other engineering plastic also. You can it finds its way to enter into type 4 segment in the coming months. Last one is type 4, no liner, so all composites. So it's in the early stage, only few prototypes, and it's coming in the market. But as of now, type 3 and type 4 is dominating the composite market in hydrogen segment. So carbon fiber. When you look at the carbon fiber, why we tried with the glass fiber, basalt fiber, so the thickness goes up, the weight goes up, and then it does pass in burst test, hydrostatic test, but fatigue we fail. So that's the reason we moved to carbon fiber. Carbon fiber main properties all you are aware very well since you are from the composite industry. High modulus of elasticity, high tensile strength, high stiffness, non-corrosive, high fatigue strength, low thermal expansion, high temperature tolerance, low weight to strength ratio, high electric and thermal conductivity in longitudinal direction, high chemical resistance against acid, alkali, salt, and solvents. So carbon fiber, so we see 2 main properties, particularly when you choose whether Torres or Yuzhang. So we see not tensile strength as well as modulus. So Torre and Yuzhang is a leading player. If you start a project in next year, you have to book your orders now itself, because the demand is more, but supply is less. From Torre, you have to wait for 1.5 years to 2 years to get at least 1 ton, 2 tons of carbon fiber minimum. Yuzhang, you can get it at least, you can wait for 6 to 10 months, you can get a sizable for a prototype making. Leading players in type 4, type 3 is a mix of both. Like Second Furious, these are the companies are leading. NPRS for Faurecia, Omnium, Plastic Omnium, Anva, Steelhead, Elgin, Quantum Fuel System, Time Technoplus from India, Toyota Gosei and White, and for LPG Supreme, you can add it for a LPG cylinder for. So, we said, the price is some people fiber, 50% glass fiber ratios for the winding. So whereas based on the design, some not able to attain the complete all the test requirements. So that is why majority of the portion covers with the carbon fiber in type 3 and type 4. Research develop, you can see commercial grade green carbon fibers for bitumen. So there are a lot of research is taking place in at the moment, not only paint based or peach based, so we have to depend on other natural source, green source. Projected cost is $12 per kilo, is an approximate figure, compared to carbon fibers that normally cost $33 to $50 based on high strength wise, various grades are available in the market. Based on that, you can select it. These are the tanks we won. So I won in almost 15 years back. So this is a key advantage of composite cylinders. Cylinders made of composites with lower weight compared to conventional cylinders can, as you know, cylinders are external corrosion resistance. Still, certain chemicals you need to be, not all there. So we say, namely we say still there is a corrosion taking place in for composites that we discuss later stages. Suitable additives can impart very good fire retardant properties in composite cylinder. It's very, very much needed. Some people, I know some researchers, some companies straight away go with the market available epoxy resins. They add their, whatever available flame retardants available in the market, they add it, and then they're not able to get a consistent performance on fatigue test and then bonfire test. So higher fatigue endurance limit up to 60% ultimate strength. It's non-toxic. Weight ratio, type 1, you can see the ratio. So 1 is to 1.2 to 1.5 kg per liter. Type 2, 0.7, 1.4 kg per liter. Type 3, 0.3, 0.4. So, likewise, type 3 to 0.35 to 0.5 based on the, if you add glass fibers, if you add 90% of a carbon fiber and for a better impact strength, if you need to have, so you add the top layer, the glass fiber. So for that, weight variation is there. Type 3 and Type 4 cylinders sold in the market rate of 2.5 to 3.5 times of metal cylinders. That is a disadvantage at the moment, but market is open up when the technology like hydrogen cylinders are booming up like anything. So a lot of investments is taking place in Europe, Australia, like Germany, in America. India also announced Sinopec is investing a lot of money. Middle East, Aramco also. Oil companies started investing, petrochemicals started investing in green hydrogen projects. So down the line, 3 to 4 years, we can expect a lot of price down in hydrogen and also high demand for carbon fibers as well as the Type 4 cylinders. Generally it's a liner, there are 3 types. Straight away we can go with a blow molded or rotor molded. It's a one piece, a single molded one. Otherwise, welded 3 piece, one extruded tube and injection molded domes. So that also it can be used. Hexagon Furor started using that. For now, hydrogen, majority of the companies going for a blow molded one piece liners, mostly polyamide nylon. So hydrogen storage system, when you look at the hydrogen storage system, you need to have very good machines. Before that, you need to have which material, which resin system you're going to use. What are additives further you're going to add? If you want to have nanomaterials, that also you can use it. It's based on your design. So you have to pretty strong in the design before before placing the orders of the machines and other supporting equipments and fibers and resins. So there are metal cylinders accents you can. So wrong component fitted. So to good even good cylinders also, if you put a wrong, I mean, like one technician asked me, shall I put LPG kit to this LPG wall to the CNG? So some even one of the trials, our technician itself in Thailand also, we fitted too tightly the wall so that pressure release device didn't work out on we done a bonfire test. It doesn't the burst that the other side. So that kind of presently all the scientists and in Thai authorities. So we have done a lot of tests. And then after that we failed it. And then again we, with the help of army personals, Thai army, we done the bonfire and bullet penetration test and we passed it. So failures doesn't mean that no, you are learning and you are providing the better solutions, better product to the market. So some people, I said, removed a wrong fire. Even type 2, they removed a middle portion. Some portions are peeled off, so they removed it and then use it. So it will not come for long run. So cylinders mainly, whether metal or composites, first couple of years you will not have any issues at all. Because the design will be here, the consistency will be there. But after a couple of years, no, it shows the true color. So your design has to pause or keep in mind 20 years your composite cylinder is going to work. So it's not on the market. So based on that, you have to work. You have to add all the UV. So what will happen in UV? So what you have to add or UV additives. What's the flame retardants? So all the other parameters, in additives, while selecting the additives, you have to consider. Accents, the CNG, the accents are mounted in the trunk. So fully no leakage or rupture. Accent investigators stated that the strength provided by the carbon fiber CNG tank probably saved the driver's life. So use on mint consumptions of composites type 4 cylinders. So the plastic, some people say, plastics permission. Permission, all the materials do have permission. There is a limit for all the permissions. If your cylinder liner passed that permission level, you don't have to worry about that for approvals and other complaints. Plastic material or permission, other importer, like 10 years back they said composite and all for Indian road is not even, so uneven roads, so only type 3 will work out. Now you can see type 4 it's accepted in Indian roads. Confusion over type 3, type 4, both are good. I'm not talking about metal bad, type 3 bad or type 4. So each one has its own advantages and disadvantages. Based on your, if you mean like if you're using for a car, you can use type 3, type 4. If you go for a longer, carrying the transportation gases to modern stations to dock stations, carrying the distribution of the network, if you're using the long storage systems, type 4 is better advantageous. And not well known the properties of composite. Now only after in Indian market LPG cylinders had, so people started okay, we can go with the LPG itself. We are seeing it's a good result. So type 4 for CNG and hydrogen, it will be coming as it will be accepted by the people. Already type 4 is accepted, but I'm talking about, since it's a topic is on hydrogen, so I want to make sure that what is happening in LPG and CNG level. So if you understand that, then only the hydrogen sector. Wrong perception of composite cylinders on various climate, yes, so it will not understand extreme heat, summer and extreme cold conditions is not suitable. That myths are there, but actually it is not that. So you can see the cylinders performance in Norway, Canada, and in like countries in India, China, in Thailand, Middle East, you can find it. Type 4 cylinders are well accepted. So economic efficiency, if you see, like you can see that like at cylinders, this is Sweden-based cylinders, glass fiber they use. So sometimes, if you for CNG application, you can use a glass fiber on top of it. So I mean, like if you use fully wrapped glass fiber, also it will work out. But fatigue test, like 45,000 cycles, you need to pass the test. Normally type 4 goes more than 1 lakh cycles. It can withstand. So you can even 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, the performance will be there from type 4. It has been accepted in all aviation, so maritime. So You can see that this is a huge Titan tank from Hexagon Furus. In India, transport cost of CNG within cities can come down from 10 rupees per kg to less than 5 kg by using carbon fiber CNG tanks. More than double the quantity can be carried at less than half the weight. Petronas in Malaysia, as against 3 trips now, they make one trip for the same quantity of gas by using Titan model. So you can see compared to the metal cylinders and Type 4 composite cylinder. Result, Asian countries have started showing interest on composite model. So while in bus, car, like a steel tank, 1000 kg, Type 4, 300 kg, you can see the difference in things. Actually, 70% with carbon fiber Type 4 cylinders. If you use, some people use helical winding with carbon fiber, circumferential winding for glass fiber, then the weight goes up, and then that data you should not compare with this data and then tell me no, there is a difference in the based on your. I'm talking about carbon fiber tank here, so not glass fiber tank. I just want to make sure that to deliver a customer 1 kg of CNG, the steel trailer must also deliver 6.6 kg of steel, whereas in composite it comes to 1.47 kg only. To make 1 kg of hydrogen storage tank, approximate figure, it goes from 9.5 to 12 kg of carbon fiber per 1 kg holding. To have 1 kg of hydrogen storage in your tank, you need at least 10 kg of carbon fiber. So North America, 90% buses run on Hexagon composites Type 4 cylinders. So now how they started Hexagon, they started with LPG, succeeded in the market, North America and Europe, and then they started penetrating in the Asian market. Like 20 years back itself, they approached Ashok Leyland. So during that time, when we had a meeting with the Indian players, so I met the team over there. So this kind of market penetration, you need a very good marketing team. If you have very good technology, very good machinery, you have very good product in your company. But if you're not able to take it to the OEMs, take it to the government tenders, take it to the various market segments. So I know still to a couple of companies they have very good tank, world-class tank, but they are not able to penetrate into the market. You need to spend a lot of money for the marketing. So by having a regular follow-up with the meeting with the government officials, OEMs, and then taking part in the expo. So you need to spread that. No, you are not only the passenger car, so even distribution cylinders, trailers, you need to build up one by one, so continuously. Then only you can stand in the market by investing a couple of crores and then start making one tank, and then you feed it. Wait for the orders, nothing will come. So this kind of hydrogen segment, if you want to enter into hydrogen, you need a lot of money. Even 1,000 crores turnover company also. I met a couple of companies. I asked them not to start this project. You need that kind of reserve to run in the next 4 to 5 years. So the sales will take place in 4th year or 5th year only, not immediately 2nd year, 3rd year, nothing will come. So that kind of competition is there. Your product has to speak to the market by showing the good results. So Hexagon Composites has been supplying Type 4 cylinders to the Space Shuttle program constantly for a decade. What they do, so over the small players coming up with a good design, good prototype with approvals and everything, they buy out that company. So these kind of things taking place at the moment. There is no, even some companies ask me to find a joint venture with European players, American players. It's not available at the moment. So tough competition. Now you can see 15 players are there in the market. Another 10 to 15. So they're going with the prototype development. So they are dominating the market as of now, not only LPG, CNG. So they first into Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand, Kazakhstan, India, and China. So already in service in all the countries. These are Titan. You can see the 10,000 cubic meter capacity of CNG. Titan 5 Magnum, 13,250 cubic meters of CNG at 3,600 PSI. So you can imagine, like we start with 60 liter, then 120 liters, and then 180 or 250. So you have simultaneously the curve has to you need to have a proper planning before entering this segment. Now coming to the hydrogen. So what is hydrogen? So you can see the physical properties of hydrogen. So density, as you know, boiling point, and you can see the flame velocity. That is very important. So 8 times methane. You will see the comparison. So that is where like auto ignition temperature, ignition range for 4 to 77%. So that is very important criteria you have to keep in mind. Hydrogen is the lightest, so just the permission leakage, this is a very important point I want to share with you. Hydrogen is the lightest element. It is highly volatile and escapes immediately and disperses rapidly before it forms a flammable concentration. Volumetric flammable hydrogen concentration in air starts at 4%, so you can imagine. Explosive hydrogen concentrations starts at 18.3%, for gasoline 1.1%. Hydrogen rises 2 times faster than helium and 6 times faster than natural gas at 72 kilometer per hour, 20 meter per second. Because you can imagine how hydrogen behaves and react to the flame and other things and all. So, natural permission of triforce composite cylinders do not lead to dangerous hydrogen concentration. Leakage on cylinder and piping must be very large to create flammable or even explosive concentration. This hydrogen, there are, at the moment, blue and gray. Gray is and brown, you can see it. So green and all is investment stage. Some Germany is they making it, and like China, they started making it. So these are already established, like 600 tons per year facilities they have now. It goes higher in it. So India already announced the projects and they're under pipeline. So you can expect a lot of things. So white is pink is electrolytes, nuclear. So we only have a market in gray, and this is natural gas resource. And brown, green is under pipeline. So a lot of projects are taking place in green. So green energy, hydrogen. So more in applications-wise, chemical, fertilizer, oil, steel, cement industry. So that we can cover in the next slides. So you can see about 400 green hydrogen projects are planned that could take hydrogen production 8 million ton by 2030. The figures will go 8, some say 8, some say 12, some say 14. But a number could reach. At present, the world produces 180,000, that 180,000 tons of electrolysis-based hydrogen per year. The number could reach 14 million tons by 2030. I think it may go higher also. This figure is just at present scenario. We assume this one. It will reach beyond. It will surpass the number. So if all the announced projects and undergoing projects take place, it will 14 million tons. So hydrogen studies suggest that long-haul tracks and buses have greater potential for fuel cells compared to other modes of transport. 25 major auto manufacturers are currently deploying fuel cell electric vehicles in target markets such as US, UFA, mainly California, Germany, UK, and Scandinavian countries, Norway and Sweden. They're dominating the market, and Japan. Mitigating risk in the hydrogen value chain. Exposure caused by hydrogen's unique properties. Hydrogen has unique features that make it complex to de-risk. Although it is widely recognized as a valuable energy carrier, it has not yet been used as a fuel at scale. The severity and frequency of damage arising from failures in delivery infrastructure depend, among other things, on the other type of materials involved and the extent to which the gas has been blended with other materials. Significant exposure mode include these are the things: formation, leakage rates through pipes, joints may be greater than other fuels, for hydrogen molecules are smaller. Embrittlement, reactions between, this is very important, reactions between hydrogen and steel can make metal brittle. So this point you have to keep in mind when you prepare pipelines or type 3 cylinders. So Even Airbus will be using it in Type 4 cylinders also, resulting in cracked pipelines. This can affect steel components across the entire hydrogen value chain. And hydrogen-assisted fatigue, frequent fluctuation in pressure in transmission or distribution pipes can reduce the threshold cyclic stress interior factor and expose pipes to accelerated fatigue cracking, especially in carbon and low-alloy steel application. And enhance crack growth from existing defects. Already defects is that the crack growth can be exacerbated by introducing hydrogen due to reduced ductility of steel, blistering and damage of carbon fiber. This is another very important point. So, some valves used to release pressure in the event of high temperature use carbon fibers. Some of these fibers develop blisters that can damage when exposed to hydrogen. So this point you have to keep in mind. So when you deal with the carbon fibers, hydrogen has the power to drive that decarbonization. New source of demand. Using information from different sources, we anticipate that demand for hydrogen from various sectors will come in phases in the short term, 20,000, like 2025 to 2030. Demand will mainly come from industries that use hydrogen as feedstock, such as chemicals, fertilizers, and oil refining and steel. The medium long term, like say 2030 to 2040, the increased interest in hydrogen as an energy carrier will broaden into use cases such as hydrogen power stations and transport. As the switch to sustainability gains traction, development of hydrogen-based fuels such as green ammonia and other synthetic fuels is likely to gather places. So hydrogen is a feedstock for if you produce methanol, green methanol, or green ammonia. So hydrogen is going to play a key role. In the very long term, 2040 onward, hydrogen production will likely grow as medium-term use cases gain scale, and a surge in demand prompts a significant increase in global trade of hydrogen. So fuel cell technology for trains benefits. So these are key benefits. Reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. So you can see how much reduction per train. That is minus 700 tons of carbon dioxide per year. Use so hydrogen as a fuel. That equals annual emission of 400 cars emissions. You can reduction per train. Reduction per fleet, 30 trains on fleet. Okay, so 22,000 tons of carbon dioxide. It can be reduced. So it can be saved. So equals annual emission of 12,000 cars. Right, and the global shipping industry is under increasing pressure with growing scrutiny from customers looking to decarbonize the entire supply chains and increasing regulations. The industry needs to find cleaner fuel solutions fast. While these are important milestones for the maritime industry, much more needs to be done to organize an industry that is responsible 3 times of global greenhouse maritime. So responsible 3 times. So 3% of global greenhouse gas emissions. So this way, the hydrogen economy is going to plays its role. Current scenario of hydrogen investment, worldwide scales of battery electric vehicles in 2022, worldwide fuel cell electric vehicles 20,000. So ratios you can see 400 is to 1. And the same way if you look at it 2023, so these battery electric vehicles rose to 13 million. So you know all very well. So a lot of companies accepting India also. You can see a lot on the road. Chinese completely dominating the market, in the world market. So in fuel cell vehicles, 14,000. So a lot of investments taking place. The availability of hydrogen stations and infrastructure expenses and all, and carrying the gas from one place to other places. The slowdown is taking place. You can see like in 2026 onwards, the numbers will be a couple of times higher. So $500 billion, it's approx value, so it has reached 600 billion. I'm just roughly putting $500 billion value hydrogen project announced for only 5% have passed FID. Almost all oil gas companies have made huge profits in 2022. Nothing was reinvested in hydrogen projects in 2022 but now oil companies are showing interest on green hydrogen and started investing heavily on green hydrogen production plant setup. So these changes is happening. Even like you can say Siemens is a reason for a 37% setback. So that means the quality issues came up with the Siemens wind turbines blades or wind turbines segment. So they lost 1 billion euro. So most of the leading hydrogen venture companies are making net loss in 2020. So they're making revenues, but the investment, they're investing in a lot of companies, a lot of countries, a lot of projects. So they're spending millions of millions, billions of billions money on the infrastructures and other plant setup, on electrolysis plant setup. Some spending money on the walls, fibers and materials. So a lot of investment, gas lines. Fuel cell trucks open up potential for much higher carbon dioxide reaction. You can see introduction of fuel trucks will spark investment for national hydrogen infrastructure. Hydrogen trucks enable economically viable operations of hydrogen refilling stations. Hydrogen refilling infrastructure leads to higher requests for hydrogen passenger cars. So you can see the refilling stations also started getting approvals from the governments. Companies started investing on setting up hydrogen refilling stations. Fuel cells passenger car will not only save additional carbon dioxide, but also trigger further investment and bring down the cost through the volume. Indian market for electric vehicle and fuel cell electric vehicle, I would like to say a couple of things. So a lot of things are taking place. India must provide some leeway for supply chain to mature within the country before restricting imports. It's important to realize that to compete internationally, global supply chains are crucial for a success. So Tesla is very successful today because it has managed to secure $465 million loan from the American government in 2010 when it was struggling. So 2010 when Tesla was struggling, they received a loan, the stimulus package. So the federal government, so $600 million, 2020 pandemic stimulus, they announced government, okay, American government. The state of Nevada gave $1.3 billion in subsidies to build its battery factory to Tesla. Tesla will benefit from setting up operations here in India because India is a major player in the global automotive industry with a turnover of over $120 billion. And recently overtook Germany in passenger vehicles to become fourth largest in the world. Tesla valuation is $240 billion in 2023. India is world largest two-wheeler, three-wheeler and tractor manufacturer, second largest bus manufacturer, third largest truck manufacturer, fourth largest car manufacturer. The Chinese government, when you look at the Chinese market, what is happening when compared to India and the American market, and why they're dominating, why they're able to open up a lot of projects, approvals and investments. So these are the reasons. The Chinese government has handed out over $29 billion in financial subsidy to EV companies between 2009 and 2000. Like you can see that 13 years, $29 billion they have given subsidies. This has resulted in over 6.8 million EVs sold in China in 2022 and then 6.8 million even, and 679 vehicles were exported, making it global leader. This is the reason. So we need a government support to stand out in the race globally. These commitments must be part of Indian government agenda to spur domestic manufacturing, strengthen supply chains, boost Indian competitiveness, and create good paying jobs in EV segment as well as fuel cell vehicles. India has taken a couple of steps and added in the agenda from vehicles powered by polluting fossil fuels imported into country to electric vehicles powered to renewable green hydrogen, ammonia, methanol, as we said earlier. Energy produced locally. India can save over $100 billion in forex annually, and instead of making oil exporting companies rich, India can become rich. India is also preferred destination as R&D center for global automakers because it is acclaimed IT and engineering prowess for its innovation based on frugal engineering. India already hosts R&D centers of companies BMW, Ford, GM, Honda, Maruti, Suzuki, Mercedes, Renault, and Volvo. India is also a major exporter of automobiles, exporting approximately 5.5 million units of 56 lakhs units in the financial year 2021-22. in increase 35.9% from 4 million sold overseas in 2021. So the numbers is increasing every year. Numbers is increasing. This is my observation from the market. Oil marketing companies' role in on composite cylinders. As of June 2024, there are, I'm talking about LPG Type 4, 32.6 crore active domestic LPG consumers served by public sector oil marketing companies in India. To ensure a steady supply of refills and accommodate new LPG connections, oil marketing companies currently have over 50 crores cylinders in circulation, which are predominantly steel cylinders. To meet replacement and fresh future demand, oil marketing companies regularly review their inventories and issue tenders for the procurement of new cylinders. Indian companies are flooded with more orders, like CNG, Time Technoplus, they flooded with a lot of orders for next 3 to 4 years. So LPG also they flooded with the orders. Hydrogen, Time Technoplus has launched, so they will be soon will be in the market. India's per capita greenhouse gas emissions 2.4 tons carbon dioxide emission. You can see the US 14 ton. You can see the one by one Russia and China. So still we are less only compared to other countries. Witnessing rapid atmospheric hydrogen combustion, hydrogen fuel cell technology. After 40-year effort, global installed wind power capacity reached 1 terawatt in recent months, but 2 terawatt will likely be achieved in less than 7 years. So to reach 1 terawatt, how many decades it took is you can see to reach another one more terawatt, just 6 to 7 years. Steps to marking composite tank: maintain the calculated tension on each layer up to last layer of the winding process. It is advisable to stick with recommended Q temperature, time to obtain optimum strength, and do not worry. Once your design is approved and freeze, end of so you have to follow the same time, curing time, same cycle time, and everything. Maintain the required resin content throughout all layers. Avoid fiber breakage and overlapping. Avoid white content. This will make easy to the cylinder to have a fast stress corrosion cracking when exposed to chemicals and spill. So these are the notified bodies for the Type 4 cylinders. So you can approach them before you prepare the design and everything. You can approach to have it for the test and approach. So batch test. These are one out of 200 produced cylinders. One burst test. From that batch, one cylinders will be tested for burst test. A cyclic test, fatigue test, you can say. 1 out of 1,000 produced cylinders, one cylinder will be taken away and then they'll produce. So homologation, these are the procedure: homologation testing, drop test, bonfire, burst test, torque test, permission, bullet penetration. No compromise. Machinery, don't compromise. Some machineries are cheaper, 1/3 of the price. One also don't go for that one. Go with the already up players in the leading players use which machinery is using. You go with the initial way. Initial you should not take the risk introducing new product, new line, new thermoplastic or band. So that and all you go with the approved design, approved materials in the market, and after that you can do, or your R&D team can introduce other things later. So the emboss design and then main top plug. If you go with the top plug, the cost is 15 to 20% higher of your the total cost of the cylinders. But the uniformity will be there, and resin content will be there. So the performance will be there for a long time. So if you start the development for 8 to 10 months, and in homologation 9 to 10, production, end of life testing, batch testing, periodic inspection, decommissioning, everything. So these are things you should not compromise. There are you have to allot certain time for that. I want a time for 2 months or 3 months. That is not a way to deal this project. The approach should be the proper way to pass all the tests. To follow batch tests on cylinders, and as per ISO, failure happens. Scrap the whole batch of cylinders and thorough investigate before proceeding the next. And you need to have experienced senior management team to run this. So one manager is there with some unskilled laborers with them. We can manage that approach. You will not, you cannot compete in the market. So these are electrolytes companies, Alkaline, Payman, SOFC. So you can see these are leading companies. Climate actions, LED, solar, electric vehicles. Okay, like future trends, bio-based polyethylene already is in place, bio-based nylon already in place, and polyhydroxyalkylate is furanic chemistry, PEF. So these are a lot of engineering materials are there. You have to explore. Once your cylinders are approved and you are big in the market, your name is so at least Southeast Asian country, you are able to sell the cylinders, not Europe, at least Southeast Asian countries, you are able to get orders and sell the cylinders, and then you can attend. Next, you can go with the other your R&D team, introduce search for other alternative material for a liner body and resins and hybridization of fibers. So a lot of things. So even carbon fiber, polyacrylate is green basis projects. Is a lot of research is getting results are coming in the market. You can see it. So in the coming years, you can see a lot of price reduction in carbon fiber. Type 4 cylinders will become the predominant technology for on-road distribution of compressed hydrogen. Type 4 cylinder distributions are ideal for small and medium consumption at short and medium distances. Type 4 distribution systems exist in all sizes, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45 feet. You can see the vertical cylinders, no horizontal, mainly now all become vertical. So instead of going with a longitudinal verticals, it's accepted and leading players all using vertical cylinders. Equal service life 30 years or more, so 20 years only, so now 30 years and more. Type 4 cylinders about 3 times more payload due to lightweight and high pressure levels. So 300, 380, 500, 635 bar versus 200, 250. So LPG 16 working pressure is 16 bar. CNG 250 for vehicles, 200 for vehicle, 250 for distribution. Say hydrogen on like a 350, 700 for vehicles. Distribution, you can say 300, 380, 500, 650, 635 bar. If you for underground storage, it is 500 bar and 2000 bar range. Lower carbon dioxide footprint of Type 4 cylinders and system. And estimated 450 Type 4 cylinder systems have been brought into the market since 2012. So you can see, so like the adoption wise, Europe is leading the way, and next North America, and next Asia Pacific region. The future trends, bioplastic, as I discussed, epoxy resin bio-based, bio already is there. But for this application, so you need to make such a formulations to meet all the requirements that demands. Expect milestone achievement, bio-based carbon fiber in the next 5 years, green hydrogen from biogas and wastewater, thermoplastic tape winding, this is another important segment, hybridization fiber. This is going to play a big role in the Type 4 cylinders in the coming year. Additives, enhanced lifespan and better performance. It can be of nanomaterials like flame retardants. In that segment, you can find a lot of to give good performance to the cylinders. Type 4 5 cylinders under development stage. Some are in the market, but not for this application yet. Solid hydrogen is a lot of research is taking place. Green hydrogen and green ammonia and methanol. Better understanding needed to make full-fledged hydrogen economy insurable, and the risk services industry needs to address several issues. The proposed blending of natural gas and hydrogen to ease transport is not well regulated. Some place they mix it based on their interest. So that technology is still under not reached a mature line, still under pipeline. It requires safety standards for the use of gas pipelines for large-scale hydrogen transport or work in progress. Maintaining a purity of hydrogen in underground storage facilities is also concerned, given its property to react with the microbes in the rock. So when you source the hydrogen from the underground, so the microbes also react with and change the properties and other things. Summary: energy decomposition across multiple industries will be fueled by hydrogen economy, like safety-wise and stringent regulations-wise. So ultra pure hydrogen, you have to make it. The hydrogen purity is very important in this. We have a hydrogen gas. The purity of the water is very important. Next, government subsidies to all the leading players to achieve their goal. Selecting the partners, so you need to have your partner's technology expertise support the journey to critical to success. Hydrogen has the potential to be a real game changer and will have a huge impact in the transition to clean and green energy. Thank you.